She was only 11 years old, but her eyes were cold, her words were chilling, and by the time it was over, 2 boys were dead. This is the true story of Mary Bell, the child who killed without remorse. Mary Flora Bell was born on May 26, 1957, in Newcastle, England. Her childhood wasn't just troubled, it was terrifying. Her mother, Betty Bell, was a violent sex worker who reportedly tried to kill Mary multiple times when she was just a toddler. Her home was filled with abuse, neglect, and darkness. By the age of 10, Mary had already developed a disturbing fascination with death. On May 25, 1968, just one day before Mary's 11th birthday, 4-year-old Martin Brown was found dead in a rundown, abandoned house. There were no obvious signs of violence. At first, the police thought it was an accident, but something didn't feel right. A few days later, a local nursery school was broken into, and inside, chilling notes were found. One read, "I murder so that I may come back." No one knew it yet, but Mary had just begun. On July 31, 1968, just 2 months later, Mary struck again. This time, the victim was 3-year-old Brian Howe. Mary, along with her friend Norma Bell, no relation, lured the boy to a secluded area. There, Mary strangled him with her bare hands. Then she mutilated his body using scissors, cutting his hair, scratching his legs, and carving the letter M into his stomach. This was no accident. It was calculated. Suspicion quickly turned to the 2 girls, especially after Mary acted strangely during interviews, smiling, making morbid jokes, and even visiting Brian Howe's family to comfort them. Eventually, both girls were arrested. Norma broke down. Mary didn't. She confessed, almost proudly. In court, her defense tried to argue she wasn't fully responsible due to psychological trauma. But the jury saw enough to convict. Mary Bell was found guilty of manslaughter due to diminished responsibility. She was sentenced to be detained at Her Majesty's pleasure, an indefinite term. She served 12 years, was released at age 23, and was granted a new identity to live in hiding. She even had a daughter who didn't know her mother's past until journalists uncovered it years later. Today, Mary Bell lives somewhere in the UK, protected by law. She was a child, but her crimes were monstrous, and her name still echoes through the annals of true crime. This was the story of Mary Bell. If you want more disturbing cases like this, subscribe to Echoes of Evil, where darkness has a voice.